Well, Shamo, where is this going to end? No one can really say because at one stage, the kind of scores individual players are getting now in a one-day game were the scores that winning teams in the 80s used to get. Now, if you looked at a score of 264, which Rohit Sharma scored, that was a winning score. If you looked at what Martin Guptill scored, it was a winning score in the 80s and even early 90s. Now an individual scoring that, and it's not a one-off. Look, everyone knew that 200 in a one-day game would be scored the moment Viv Richards, back in the days, got to 189. This was with big boundaries, bats not being that good. Just goes to show the class of the man, because if he could get 189, you knew it was a moment when someone really got into form, one of the openers, and would get to that 200, which Sachin did. Sachin was the first man to get to 200, but there were scores of 194 Saeed Anwar got, which were close to 200, one shot away from 200. So the fact that someone got to 200, it wasn't that much of a shock. We knew it was coming. We knew it was around the corner. It was just a moment, matter of when. Now that batsmen have got to 200, it just seems the possibilities are limitless. Now we are talking about, the time when a batsman gets to 300 in a one-day game is not far away. And I actually believe it's not far away, because if you can get to 264, if someone like Chris Gayle, Martin Guptill, Brendan McCullum, they bat, for 50 overs, AB de Villiers, if AB de Villiers suddenly decides he wants to bat at number 3 or open the innings and bat 50 overs, God knows what will happen. Glenn Maxwell in one innings came into bat in the 38th or 39th over. When he got out, he was on 90, 92. So in 12 overs, he went to 92. So look, where does it end? No one knows, because unless you change the rules, when I say change the rules, you get that whole fielding restriction back in place. There's only an upward scale as far as getting runs and, batsmen completely dominating bowlers is concerned. Well, look, let's say Indian bowling attack. I think they've been bowling really, really well. They've 7 games, 70 wickets. They've been getting early breakthroughs, and then the middle order again. The bowlers who are bowling in the middle order, chipping in with the wickets. And what's been really heartening to see is that our death bowlers are coming in and doing the job, bowling the right areas, bowling yorkers, short pitch delivery, mixing it up, and that's what you've got to do. You can't be predictable with your line and length in the death overs, simply because the batsmen now with the confidence they have of really good bats, the confidence they have of pulling off extravagant shots. We've seen Glenn Maxwell reverse sweep a fast bowler. Forget about sweeping. He's reverse swept a fast bowler. That is ludicrous. I mean, that is just something extraordinary. So look, with the confidence they have in playing outrageous shots, you've got to have a plan in which you're mixing things up, not letting the batsman know where you're going to bowl. So you've got to mix your line up, you've got to mix your length up, you've got to mix your pace up. I think that's what the Indian bowlers have done. Someone like Daniel Vittori, he's used his experience. He's a quality bowler. He's used his experience. He's also been aided with the fact that, New Zealand as a unit has played really well. They've got some outstanding fielders. If they batted first, they put up a good score, where the pressure on the batsman to get after Daniel Vittori, because it's tough to get after the medium pacers in New Zealand. So Daniel Vittori becomes your bowler who you want to attack and take a risk against, because it's tough to hit Brent Bolt or Saudi. Milner's quick. It's not going to be easy to hit them out of the park. So your obvious choice, your obvious target would be Daniel Vittori, and he's used his experience well to turn that into a positive for him. That when batsmen are going to attack him, he becomes an attacking bowler, aggressive bowler, and he picks up wickets. So look, if you stick to your line and length, you will get mullered. You need to mix it up. You've got to have variation in pace. You've also got to be accurate. I mean, when you're mixing it up, if you're trying to bowl a yorker, you can't bowl a half volley. If you're trying to bowl a good short pitch delivery, your short pitch delivery can't be waist high or chest high. It's got to be head high. So you've got to be accurate with what you want to do, but you've also got to have those variations. Yeah, I think they should, because like you said, there's nothing wrong in going back. You've tried something you thought which might be better for cricket, and it didn't work. So you go back to something that did work, and that actually shows that you're big enough to accept that. Listen, we tried something, didn't work. We're going back to something which did work. So that, in my opinion, that's actually pretty good. I think they should go back, because forget captains. I mean, we heard MS Dhoni say with the new field restriction, Yuvraj Singh, Yuvraj Singh's inclusion into the one-day side was completely out of the question because he wouldn't be as effective as the bowlers. Basically, what these new rules have done is they finished off a career of a cricketer, and you don't want that. You mean Yuvraj Singh is a fantastic cricketer. He's been a match winner. He's won the World Cup for us in 2011. Was player of the tournament, and to have his career cut short because of some rules which have changed, I think that would be wrong. So yes, I think we should go back to the old rules where field restrictions concerned because it makes it a little bit more even as far as the bowlers are concerned.